What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. Just like us solo queue players preparing for Season 10, competitive League of Legends teams and competitive League of Legends players are preparing for Season 10 of their League of Legends eSports leagues that are coming up very, very soon. Rosters are getting ready, teams are preparing, all of that stuff's happening. Just a couple of weeks ago, in a preseason tournament in Brazil, a team called INTZ Esports actually played in an elimination match with a female player playing support. I think this is a really big story, really big news, and it's going to be one of the most interesting storylines going into Season 10, so I think it's something that we need to talk about. If you enjoy this video, if you enjoy my content, make sure you drop a like. Also, subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. We get tons of videos coming to you guys about interesting League of Legends players, teams, storylines, how to get better at the game, guides, all that good stuff in Season 10. So if that sounds great to you, make sure you subscribe. Following this channel and checking out my Twitch are the two best ways to support me if you enjoy my stuff and if you enjoy my content, so that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. With that being said, let's get right into today's video, which is the story of Mayumi, League of Legends' first female esports superstar. So first, you need some background information about this whole story. If you aren't familiar with Brazilian esports, Brazilian League of Legends, INTZ, they are a very big organization in Brazil. One of their main things in League of Legends is focusing on finding and developing new talent. It's one of the main things they're known for. You can kind of relate it to maybe like a Cloud9 and LCS, how they like to home grow and develop big new and upcoming players. So INTZ had this new idea for focusing on developing new talent and finding female players, the next big female players, trying to get women more into the competitive esports scene. This project was called Projeto Invacadoras, which is Portuguese, and the English translation is pretty much Project Female Summoners, trying to get female League of Legends players into the scene, finding females that have promise, have talent, and then trying to cultivate and develop that talent in a team setting, in an esports environment, and getting them to become the next great League of Legends player. There haven't been too many really impressive female League of Legends players in esports. There have been a couple here and there, but no one that's really stood the test of time, no one that has really stood out all that much, and INTZ is trying to find that first big League of Legends superstar, that female that can actually be a force in competitive League of Legends. Because there's no reason women can't be. There's no reason that they can't keep up with men in a video game. Everyone can press the same buttons, do the same things. Obviously, way less females play League of Legends, so the player base and pool that they're picking from is way smaller, so it's going to be harder to find females that are capable, but that doesn't mean they're incapable. They definitely could. So INTZ wants to be that organization to support the first females, because there obviously are going to be barriers to entry with it being so male dominant. It's going to be difficult for women to get into that environment, get a fair chance, feel comfortable with everything that's going on. It's definitely difficult, but INTZ, they have this initiative. It's great. It's awesome. They started this initiative in early 2019. In August, they signed Yatsu and Mayumi. Yatsu's a mid lane player. Mayumi is the support that we're talking about in this video today. And then they started developing them, scrimming with them, having them work with their League of Legends esports team. And finally, in December, at the very beginning of the month, December 2019, they announced that they were playing in Superliga ABCDE, kind of the preseason tournament for Brazil, something like the Kespa Cup in Korea, that kind of stuff. Just a preseason tournament for all the teams warming up, just a big tournament of all the teams in Brazil. And INTZ announced that in their elimination match against Uppercut Esports, that Mayumi would be starting for support. So it's actually a double elimination tournament. INTZ lost to Prodigy Esports 2-1, their other support. Then they had a game, an elimination series against Uppercut Esports. It would be a best of 3, where they decided to sub in Mayumi. She went 1-0-15 in her first game as Nautilus. Really well played game by her and the whole team. She didn't have a single death. Really great game. That's definitely a nice way to start out her professional career with the team. Then, unfortunately, the next game she went 2-3-7 on Leona, and they did lose. And then finally in Game 3 of the series, the decisive game, the elimination match for either team, she ended up going 0-4-10 on Leona, which again, none of those are bad scores. 2-3-7, 0-4-10, not bad scores, but they did end up getting reverse swept. So unfortunately, her very first career game was a win, but her debut series was a loss and an elimination for INTZ. But in a preseason tournament like that, where the stakes aren't that high, outside of prize pool winnings for the teams, obviously are very, very nice. But a lot of the teams aren't taking that super seriously. It's a great time to debut her. I honestly think it was a great decision by them too, in an elimination match where the pressure's on her, because that's something she's going to have to deal with a lot as trying to be a female in the League of Legends scene. She's going to have additional pressure on her. People are going to be, having her under a microscope at all times. So by putting her in kind of a high stakes, low stakes thing where it's a preseason tournament, but it is an elimination match, there is some pressure. She's making her debut. It is against a pretty solid team too. Uppercut eSports ended up finishing 3rd in the tournament, so it wasn't like a terrible team they were subbing her in against in the losers bracket or anything. It was a formidable opponent, and she performed pretty admirably. And she's just 17 years old, which is absolutely insane. So I think she honestly could have a future ahead of her. And the crazy thing about this is that Mayumi, unlike some of the other female League of Legends professional players that have gotten subbed in on teams where they're like platinum players just randomly getting thrown in as publicity stunts because they're females, or diamond players or whatever, playing different roles that they don't even play in solo queue, all that stuff. Mayumi has actually been a challenger support before. She ended Season 9 Grandmaster, and I think she's hovering around Grandmaster right now, but she has challenger level mechanics in Brazil. She has challenger level gameplay. This is actually a very, very talented League of Legends player. This is someone who belongs here. This is not a female that they're putting in to be a publicity stunt. This is a player that they think is very capable, who just happens to be female. And that's why I think this is so exciting. That's why I think this is so much different. And that's why I think people should actually take this seriously. Those other teams who put in female players who are diamond, platinum, just to get absolutely dumpstered in their games, just to get some more eyeballs on their teams, on their games, I think that's very idiotic. It's very stupid. It's terrible for the esports scene. It's terrible for competitive integrity. And honestly, it's bad for females in esports in general. It's not good for them because that's getting more hatred and more negativity surrounding them as they perform super poorly, and it's just seen as a joke and all that stuff. But Mayumi is not that. She's a 17-year-old challenger level player who, being so young, she has time to develop, and if she's already challenger level now, she could actually become a competent and very serviceable professional player. And that's why I think she has a chance to be League of Legends' first ever female superstar, because if she finds a way to perform in the top Brazilian league, she could become a very, very huge name in League of Legends. She doesn't need to be like an international level support or anything like that. If she just performs well in Brazil, or if her team, you know, makes it to the championship or wins a championship in Brazil, or she just pops off and has some really good scores, that's going to be a huge, huge story, because we really haven't seen that. We've seen some female players come up, but we haven't seen anyone really play at a high level in these domestic leagues. So I think if she can do that, she has a very, very good chance of becoming that superstar, and that's why I wanted to make this video. I think it's a very interesting story. I think it's something people need to talk about, and I think it's something that people need to follow in 2020. I'm definitely rooting for her. I'm definitely a fan, and I hope things work out. I really do. She's been blowing up on all kinds of social medias all across the world. People are definitely interested in her and her story and how she's going to do, and following along with her, and I think it's going to be very, very exciting. INTZ has actually said that this is a long-term thing. They're invested in these players. They wanted them to be ready to go by 2021, but Mayumi has shown that she's capable even sooner. But definitely be looking out for Mayumi to be a staple in Brazilian competitive esports and League of Legends for the next coming years. 2020, 2021, her and Yatsu both might be getting chances to play with the main team and on the main roster and have a chance to really show what they can do at a professional level. And I think that is so, so exciting. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. I just wanted to tell you guys the story of Mayumi, get her name out there, let you guys know. She does stream. I'll have her stream link down below. But she is going to be a professional player. I don't know if she's going to have a starting spot on INTZ. Obviously, there's a little competition going on. They did start another support in a couple of their other games. But as she continues to grow and improve, scrims with the team, that's still going to be a great experience for her, again, being so young and so talented. But yeah, it's going to be very, very exciting to watch, and I'm definitely interested, and it's going to be a crazy story. Again, drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Definitely subscribe to update on all my latest content. Kind of some different videos like this, but also tons of guides, new strategies, things, ways to get better in Season 10. Because I want to see us all climbing. I want to see us all achieving new heights and new ranks. 2020 is going to be our year. Season 10 is ours, boys. So hopefully you stick along with me for that ride. Also, make sure you check out my Twitch. It's, again, the best way to support me. I stream pretty much 5 times a week. Definitely check me out over there. But until next time, guys, thanks a lot. Hopefully I see you soon. Peace.